Welcome, welcome. I am so excited that you have decided to join me tonight by whoever it was that invited you. Either you saw it on my Instagram stories or you were invited by someone else or on my LinkedIn. I'm really excited that you have decided to join us this evening. With the Ladies of Justice, we are working together to empower small business. But let's get started first by just going over the agenda for tonight. Well, we're going to be covering a whole suite of products that can be beneficial to you, your family, or other people that you know that own businesses. And so keep in mind that you're going to see all of the product offerings that we offer, but it may not be one that you're particularly interested in or works for your needs. But stick around through the end of the presentation or throughout the whole presentation, and I guarantee you'll see the product that you were invited to view, as well as one that fits your needs. First, I'm going to start by introducing myself. My name is Bethany McDowell. I am a mother, HR leader, and an entrepreneur. And I'm very passionate about being a part of the Ladies of Justice, which is a group of Legal Shield. And the reason why I'm excited about being a part of Ladies of Justice is because we work together to empower small businesses and more specifically, other women and professionals. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on what you came to see tonight. Well, let's just start by going over a little bit of history. So we were established in 1972. So we have been protecting and empowering approximately 4.5 million lives in the US and Canada and over 140,000 businesses. Our vision is to provide equal access to the liberty, equality, opportunity, and justice that every human deserves. Now, our mission, as I mentioned a little slides back, is to help improve lives with our services and to provide women the opportunity and the environment to build their belief and confidence and step into their greatness and power, control their lives, create choices, and of course, to live a purposeful life. And these are our core values. One, to discover your worth, take ownership, build an inclusive and diverse community, elevate women as we climb, create wealth and legacy, own your seat at the table, and of course, integrating your family. Because as you know, being a mother doesn't mean that you can't have a business. Being a business owner doesn't mean that you can't be an amazing mom. And that's one of the things that I feel like is so empowering about the Ladies of Justice. Now, I forgot to mention this at the onset. We're going to hold questions until the end. At the end of the presentation, we will have a Q&A session, but throughout the presentation, I will be asking you to drop comments or different things and engage in the chat so that we can keep you guys engaged tonight. Now, let's talk about disruptive innovation. Now, disruptive innovation is a concept where someone or something makes something simpler, easier, and more affordable. The most common disruptor of innovation is Amazon. Now, they disrupted the industry when it came to shopping as well as online shopping. Every single one of us has Amazon downloaded on this device here, where we, at the tap of a button, we can shop for the things that we want and need and have it delivered straight to our home. No doubt you would agree that this has made it simpler, easier, and in some cases more affordable because you go to Amazon to find that cheaper price. Now, when it comes to Spotify, along with other music apps that we have on our phone, they disrupted the industry when it comes to listening to music from your favorite artist. You no longer really have to go into a store to buy a physical CD, where you can just download the app on your phone and have access to millions of artists, millions of albums, all in the palm of your hand, which has made it simpler, easier, and of course, more affordable because in some cases, you're only paying like $10 a month and you have access to millions of songs and playlists. Now with Legal Shield, we have made it simpler, easier, and more affordable to get legal help. Now let's just talk about the need. We all know that we're living in uncertain times. And of course, this requires preparation. And as business owners, there's a variety of things that we're dealing with that we have on the top of our mind. complicated matters that we may not necessarily know how to deal with. Well, on a small business budget, how do business owners legally protect their day-to-day business? Well, I'm going to tell you how you can do that. Now, what if business owners could have legal consultation and advice, or have letters and phone calls made on their behalf by their law firm? Or what about having contracts and documents reviewed, collection assistance, employee handbooks, IRS audit services, or even defending against lawsuits? As a business owner, we know how to operate our businesses successfully, but do we know how to navigate all the legalities of owning and operating our business successfully? And one thing about Legal Shield is that we allow you to be able to have help legally by the month and not by the hour, which makes it more affordable for you. We have services that are tailored to meet the needs of your business. Now, small businesses have big problems, but not necessarily big business resources. So we give small businesses access to big business resources on a small business budget. And like I said at the beginning, we can tailor the plan to best fit your business needs. Now, I'm going to go over the first of many products that I'm going to be discussing this evening. Now, the first is going to be our small business suite products. There's 3 different types that you can choose from: the Essentials, the Plus, and the Pro. Now, keep in mind that this is going to be for a specific business type. You may not necessarily need to have the Plus or Pro because you might not have a need for trademark and copywriting, employee handbook drafting, or even having custom contracts being drafted for you. But we do also have the Essentials if you're a small business that's growing and down the line, you may be interested in having or even have out-of-state matters where you may need to have access to an attorney for specifically for your business. These are those plans that are going to be what you're going to want to have. So these are those plans that are tailored just for your business. So the plan is going to be in your business's name and it's going to protect your business. Now, the key thing to point out here is the trademark and copywriting, employee handbook drafting, custom contract drafting, and it breaks down how many you can have in a year, how much that cost would be, as well as the different hours of audit services that you have available. Now, for these 2, Plus and Pro, you do have trial defense supplement that's available to you because you are a different structured organization where you may need to go to trial for a variety of different reasons. And having that attorney trial defense supplement allows that attorney to be able to provide you with 100 hours of support for just $14.95 a month. And then we also have our Business Plus supplement, which is available for all of these 3 plans for $14.95 a month. Let's dig a little bit deeper into that Business Plus supplement. So you can expand your personal coverage, which I will go into detail on this information here in the middle. But our home business supplement is going to give you business legal advice, business contracts and document review, letters and calls that can be made on the behalf of your business, debt collection assistance for your business, as well as IRS audit coverage for Schedule C and E. Now, this portion here that talks about expanding your personal coverage, when you have a personal plan, the personal plan is going to provide you with preventative legal assistance. Now, preventative legal assistance is going to be your personal legal advice on an unlimited number of personal issues. Now, when I first got my legal plan, that is something that I definitely took advantage of. I called my attorney whenever I had a question versus going to Google and searching whether or not my rights were being violated. I felt confident that I could call my law firm, ask them that question, and get the answer that I was looking for. They can review contracts and documents up to 15 pages. When I transferred my car over from a lease to a purchase, I had my law firm review the contract to make sure that it was on the up and up and that I wasn't being taken advantage of. They can also do letters and calls made on your behalf. And it helps to make you feel empowered that you have someone in your corner to help make sure you're not being taken advantage of. Now, included with your legal plan, you're going to also have life events. Now, this is going to include your will, your living will, your healthcare power of attorney, your financial power of attorney. All of us need these, whether you have a huge financial assets or not, whether you're wealthy or not, you need to have a will, you need to have a living will, whether you're healthy or you have health problems. We do not know what can happen. And COVID and the pandemic has taught us that life is unexpected and you do not know what tomorrow will bring. Tomorrow's not promised to any of us, so we need to make sure we're prepared. We need to make sure our family is prepared. So you can get your will done for free just for being a member, and you can get it revised and updated annually. And this alone is going to save you so much money just from having it as a free benefit. Now, there is traffic ticket assistance for moving violations. So if you get a ticket, you can open up your app and snap a picture of your ticket, send it over to your attorney. If you happen to get a ticket out of state, your attorney can show up to court for you, so you don't have to worry about how you're going to get back there to that state to go to court and it not count against you. That's one of the benefits of being a part of our collective bargaining power. There's also several civil trial defense, and this is going to be for covered situations that are like pretrial or trial. There's tax audit assistance. Now, this is one that I definitely think is also going to pay for itself because it gives you access to a tax attorney. You can talk to an attorney who has studied tax law and can explain it to you, and you can take the guesswork out of whether or not you're doing something right or you're following things the right way and help prevent you from having to deal with the IRS. We do have 24/7 emergency protection. And this is another thing that I love. I have a 18, almost 19-year-old son. We live in Mississippi. He is a Black man in the South. I talk to him all the time about, one, being aware of your surroundings, but two, making sure that you have that Legal Shield app downloaded, logged in the event that he gets pulled over. He can tap on that emergency button, call his law firm, and have his attorney speak on his behalf and exercise his right. We do have 25% member discount, as well as family and domestic services. So the family and domestic services is going to be your uncontested divorce, your adoption, separation, and name change. If it is contested, it is going to fall underneath this 25% preferred member discount. Now, all of this is for less than $30 a month. That is just for the legal plan. It's going to be less than $30 a month. But when you combine that with our home business supplement, which is $14.95, it comes out to be less than $50 a month. So it's $44.90. Not sure if you guys can see this, but I'm going to try and move. Okay, we'll leave it alone. We'll go to the next slide. And then also we have Launch by Legal Shield. Now, I did take advantage of this benefit because one of my goals for this year was to get everything in order when it comes to my businesses, because I am an entrepreneur, as I mentioned on my intro slide, and getting my LLC completed was one of the things. And so I'll go into detail on what that is on the next slide. But with our Launch by Legal Shield, it includes 3 months of our family legal plan and our home business supplement. And then after the fourth month, then you would pay that $44.90. So you would pay this $149 up front, get everything together in regards to your business. And then on the fourth month, you would start paying your regular monthly plan. And Launch by Legal Shield is going to help you with your single member LLC, your business name, your EIN, your articles of organization, and your entity formation. Now, when you do Launch by Legal Shield, you get a dedicated attorney that's going to help walk you through step by step what you need to do to get your LLC created. I don't know if you follow any of the business accounts on social media, but making sure that you have this LLC created is going to protect you, and it protects your business. So if this is something that you were interested in, drop an LLC in the chat and we can connect at the end of the presentation. Now, let's talk about the rideshare and delivery supplement. I don't know if you follow me on social media, but I posted a reel recently where I had heard this commercial talking about it if you get into an accident when you're in an Uber or a Lyft and to call this law firm. Well, there are a lot of people with good intentions driving for rideshare. This may be their main income. It may even be their side hustle, but you want to make sure that if that is something that you're doing to make income for yourself, you want to protect that income and yourself because you never know who you're picking up and whether or not it's going to turn out bad for you. So, with the ride share and delivery supplement, it's going to give you business legal advice to make sure you have all your ducks in a row when it comes to that business. It's going to also cover traffic related services while operating as a rideshare driver, rideshare business contracts, documents reviewed, letters and calls made on behalf of your rideshare business. There's even debt collection assistance for that business and IRS coverage. And of course, you can add this on to a personal legal plan that you can see here is less than $30 a day. And then you do the business, the rideshare supplement for $14.95, and your total monthly expense would be $44.90, which would be less than $50 a month. Drop a ride share in the chat if this is something that you're interested in. And at the end of the presentation, we can discuss that. Now, let's go a little bit deeper into the Business Plus supplement. Now, this is going to give you access to business consultants and business tools. Now, this supplement is only $14.95 a month in addition to your legal plan. Of course, as you saw on the previous slides, that's going to be $44.90 a month, but it's going to give you your business consultation, your business forms, website builder with e-commerce integration, as well as CRM. Now, these four things in itself can cost so much money on their own with you trying to figure out who to go with and what services are going to be right. You're going to have all of this in one place for less than $20 a month. And I recently added this to my suite of products for my business. And so I'm in the process of creating my website. It's going to give me the ease of being able to allow my customers to purchase directly from my site, which is going to open me up to a whole slew of customers across the United States and maybe even globally. But we're going to start small and just start off with the US. But then it's also going to have CRM, which is going to allow me to be able to manage my customer base, contact them, in a more efficient way and stay connected to them. Now, if you run your business on social media like I do, you never know what may happen. And you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket where you're utilizing social media to grow and run your business. And let's just say that, like what TikTok is going through, there may be a ban. And what's going to happen to your customer base? You lose all of it if the app disappears. So having something in place such as this, the CRM, and using all of that will allow you to be able to stay connected with your customers. Now, this just kind of goes over some of the services that are offered along with our business supplement plan. Some really cool benefits. Logo review. I recently saw a video where someone had discussed that they or mentioned that they had gotten a cease and desist letter because their logo was copyright infringement. So these are things that your law firm with Legal Shield will help to prevent you from these disasters. We do also have commercial driver's legal plan, also known as our CDLP plan. I am certified to write this type of business. So if you or someone you know is a commercial driver, drop a CDLP in the chat and we can connect after this presentation. But it's more important, it's so important for our CDL drivers to make sure that they have the legal protection while they're on the road and operating these trucks. Now, there's a variety of different CDLs that people have. It could be just like this big rig that you see here. It can be even as small as a van. But if you're driving it commercially, you need to make sure you have legal protection. So what does that protection look like? It's going to be tragic accident, criminal representation, license reinstatement, moving violations, property damage collection, personal injury collection. You even have CSA challenge consultation, and of course, DOT and non-moving violations. Drop a CDLP in the chat if this is something you're interested in learning more about, and we can connect after the presentation. Now, again, this is just an overview of our legal plan supplements. You have your trial defense, you have your small business defense, and then you also have your home business plus supplement, and then your ride share and delivery supplement. And if you are a gun owner, there is also gun owner supplement protection for you so that you can make sure you're protected in the event that you have to use your handgun. And if you are a gun owner and you're interested in this supplement, please drop a gun in the chat, GUN, and we can connect after the presentation. Now, we also have ID Shield for Business. Now, this is a product that is going to protect your small business against cyber attacks, but affordably. Now, there are two different ID Shield for Business plans. There's the Essential plan and the Plus plan. Now, I'm going to go back to the very first slide where I talked about these products are going to show you, the presentation is going to show you all the products that we offer. This particular one is for business. So keep watching and I'll go over the one for personal as well. Our essential plan is going to be $79.95 per month for businesses, and this is going to protect up to 6 URLs and or public IP addresses. And then, of course, the Plus plan is going to protect up to 12 URLs and IP addresses. So it provides proactive protection to avert a cyber attack. Now, this is really important because as a business owner, you have your customers' personal information. And one thing as being in HR, you have to make sure that you can be confidential and you can protect the information that you are trusted to hold. And your customer's information is that information you want to protect. And so cyber vulnerability notifications will help your internal systems to be protected. You'll have remote technical support to remediate vulnerabilities. And this is going to include assistance and a protection plan. And this is more important than ever with people figuring out ways to hack into systems and to steal people's information. You're going to also have an emergency response hotline, as well as cybersecurity experts that are going to advocate for your business. And there is cyber liability protection plan that's going to help your business to survive an attack. Now, ID Shield will identify, protect, detect, respond, and recover. So you can trust that with ID Shield, your business is going to have that whole protection from a legal standpoint and from an identity cybersecurity standpoint. Okay. Now let's just talk about your business for a second. So I talked about empowering and protecting. Well, we empower and we protect small business. Now, when your business does not have legal shield, you're kind of left vulnerable. Let's just kind of think of this top picture here as a house. And this person, she's left vulnerable. It's just her. She's figuring out her business on her own. She's got to Google what she's going to do in regards to legal matters and kind of wing it when it comes to handling different aspects of her business. But when your business has Legal Shield, not only do you have your knowledge and expertise to run your business, but you also have your Legal Shield law firm to protect you legally. You have business consultants to advise you, and you also have the protection of a cybersecurity plan. Now, which one of these looks more appealing to you? If you ask me personally, I would rather have a team of professionals that's got my back, that can help advise me in a variety of different topics and aspects that's going to protect my business. And the reason why I started is so that I can make money and not have to give it away to people because of lawsuits. So this is the way we're empowering and protecting small businesses. Now, as I mentioned, we also have Legal Shield personal plans, and those start out at $29.95 a month. There's also ID Shield personal identity and theft and privacy plans starting out at $19.95 a month. I'm also certified to offer employee benefits. So if you are a business owner, a decision maker for your business, where it comes to offering, benefits like health insurance, medical, dental, vision, and supplemental benefits, I would be that person that can come in and offer this legal plan and identity protection plan to your employee as an employee benefit option. If this is something that you are interested in for your company, or someone that is looking for this, drop an employee benefits in the chat and we can connect after this presentation. There's also legal forms that are available, like super amazing. It's a whole list of forms. So when you become a member of Legal Shield and you log in online, you can click in onto the forms, and there's a whole list of forms that are available for you. And then, of course, my favorite, there are member perk savings. Now, the member perks are going to give you discount off the things that we already shop and buy, whether it's airline tickets, hotels, rentals, or just shopping in general from Best Buy, Gap, you name it. A lot of the stores that we frequent on a regular basis, you can get discounts off of that just for being a part of Legal Shield. Now, let me ask you this. How do business owners make legal decisions today? Do they make logical or Google decisions? Do they use a friend who's a lawyer? Or do they pay high hourly rates? Most of the time, it's all three. Well, with Legal Shield, you can join our collective buying power of PPLSI. Now, if you're interested in starting your own business and doing what I'm doing tonight, you can start part-time, which is what I do. I do this on the side. I work full-time outside of my home, but I also have this business and other businesses that I run on the side, but you can work from anywhere. It's a willable book of business. There's residual income from the lifetime of the membership. There's training classes that help you to learn everything that you need to know. There's ongoing weekly training, and then, of course, alignment with a personal mentor. And you can start your own business for as little as $99. And then you get access to tools and resources that are available in your phone for only $24.95 a month. And your first month is free. Our Legal Shield and ID Shield apps are also available inside of our App Store as well as Google Play. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. And now I will open it up for questions.